Well, welcome back to Fiscal Notes, a channel trading on the New York Stock Exchange under NOTE. Note, the global leader in AI-driven policy intelligence. Joining to discuss, we have Josh Resnick, the CEO, Dr. Leila Mintes, the strategic advisor, to discuss the announcement around a major expansion into political prediction markets. First and foremost, welcome to you both.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, such a pleasure to get both of you on. So, firstly, I'll start on your side, Josh. I mean, to some people, this seems like it's a form, or basically, it's kind of from out of nowhere. So, maybe how does this fit into Fiscal Note's strategy?
Sure. Yeah, so the way we look at it is the market's changing, right? So how people consume and act on information is evolving really rapidly. And that creates new opportunities for companies that have the right assets and the right discipline. We have a really well differentiated foundation. We work with thousands of policy professionals and organizations who operate in very high stakes environments. We have a proprietary mix of data and expertise. And we have a long track record of working with these organizations in contexts where accuracy and credibility matter. And so, in a way, prediction modeling is something we've been doing for years, in that we've been helping our clients understand where things are going in the areas of politics and policy. We've had prediction tools in our products. Our journalists and our analysts focus a lot of their efforts on identifying where the biggest and most interesting and challenging political and policy developments are happening, and conveying to our audience what to expect. So this is something that is a natural extension of what we do today. And as I said, in the fact that there are different areas opening up where people are consuming information different ways, that creates opportunity for a company like us. And we view this not only as a natural extension, but as a huge opportunity. So political prediction markets aren't just niche. There's billions of dollars flowing through prediction markets monthly, with political playing a big role in that. So the prediction market industry itself is growing to tens of billions. It's on pace for more than 100 billion in annualized run rate this year, and a good chunk of that is coming from political. So we see this as a natural place for us to go. It's a massive and quickly growing market, and it's a place where we believe we have a unique place to play. And that comes down to market creation, design, and resolution. So we believe that the opportunity in political goes much broader and deeper than what you see in markets today. So beyond the headline events like a big presidential election, or will the U.S. invade Venezuela, onto the full breadth of political topics that people are so passionate about and interested in today, down to state and local areas, global issues, and the like. So we see a huge opportunity to create new markets there. We believe that with our expertise, we can design markets in a really strong way. And we believe, again, with our credibility and expertise, we can bring the right level of professionalism and credibility to resolving these markets. So we believe that we can make them stand out. And then lastly, we see this opportunity going beyond prediction markets per se, just into different models and different modes, all around consumption of this type of content. So we see the opportunity to create multiple products in this space, so including tip sheets, fantasy leagues, and the like. And this is all building off of the strength of what we do today. So from a strategy perspective, it actually fits very nicely into what we do, and just represents a very big new opportunity for us.
Yeah, definitely appreciate the insight on that. And Leila, diving into this, I mean, you've been in this space for a long time. You know it better than almost anyone. Why partner with FiscalNote, and how does it help you and 365 Prediction?
Yes, for most people, it seems like prediction markets in the US just suddenly came out of the nowhere. And that is related to the extreme growth that the market has achieved since the CFTC dropped its appeal against Kalshi in May 2025. So not even a year ago. And with that event, the market really opened up. The US prediction market industry grew from like $9 billion to around $44 billion in total volume just between 2024 and 2025, which represents a 400% year-over-year expansion in just a very short time. So, but it all really started with the presidential elections in November 24, when Kalshi hit a record of 245 million in daily volume on their platform alone during the presidential elections. And that really made trading on political outcomes really interesting and popular just overnight, if you will. And if you look into the data a little bit deeper, you see that political markets account for around 7.2 billion in 2025 in volume, and hold like around 2.5 times more open interest than even sports on prediction markets, if you compare with some of the platforms. So there is a tremendous growth interest for users to engage in political prediction outcomes, and they really want to put cash behind it. But how do you project the outcome of political events? And who in the market has the technology, the expertise, and the infrastructure to do so? And I don't really see an alternative to FiscalNote, and that's why we decided to partner up.
Yeah, and yeah, the total addressable market is huge and it's growing, but how do you see 365 prediction and FiscalNote kind of separating from the crowd?
Yeah, we at 365 Predictions are a team of people that has worked for over 20 plus years in the sports betting and online iGaming tech industry. So I myself built many successful companies, tech companies in that space, and helped them to grow in short time to high valuations. And sitting just back and watching the prediction market and the fast growth in that market is not an option, or was not an option for me at all. So we have built a very innovative AI-driven prediction market technology platform that we want to launch, and some of the differentiating products that we see that will have a really high success in the market up on political predictions, on sports, and we have a numerous of AI features that we will introduce as well. And that gives us a very strong positioning in the market, as sports and politics are the two main drivers when you look into the early data that's out in the market. And what you see as of today in the prediction market, this is just the first generation of prediction market products that were just launched in a rush to market, because when the appeal was dropped in 2025, there was a new market that basically was born overnight, and everybody rushed to market. But I think you will see a lot of improvement over time, and there are many things that need to get improved and upgraded, and that's where we see our playing field.
Yeah, again, I appreciate the insight here. And Josh, I wouldn't mind just kind of finishing up by talking about your product ecosystem here. I mean, FiscalNote has talked a lot about the shift to PolicyNote and how important that is to its strategy. Is this a shift away from that plan?
Yeah, that's a good question, Kyle. No, it's not a shift away from it. PolicyNote is still a core pillar of what we do today. It continues to be an important part of our portfolio. It offers our customers a modern AI-forward platform for anyone who wants a holistic experience tied to workflows, reporting, and the like. And we're very pleased with the migration. We're very, very pleased with the levels of engagement we see on PolicyNote. So it's still a very important part of our portfolio, and we're excited about the progress that we've made there. We continue to focus on improving efficiency and driving higher levels of profitability, especially in that part of the business, and especially as we work towards consistent positive free cash flow. But we also see, like I said, this opportunity when we look at the broader market to drive more growth through broader approaches that help put our trusted data and analysis in front of customers wherever they are. So that includes initiatives like prediction markets, but also includes going beyond PolicyNote to areas like APIs and other delivery models, where we're expanding how our insights get delivered. So we already, with APIs, we already deliver our data and analysis to live customer workflows through APIs. We expect to continue to expand on that as well as we see the momentum behind AI agents and the additional consumption models that is driving. And fundamentally, we see our place continuing to get stronger and stronger as the market changes, because as AI-driven workflows change, then the fundamental constraint gets to be not around people's ability to go get answers somewhere. The question is, are those answers grounded in authoritative, well-governed data and expertise? And especially where those decisions have real consequences. And that's exactly what we do. So as we see the market changing and opening up, there's more and more opportunities for customers to consume our data, whether that's in places like prediction markets, whether that's in AI agent-driven workflows, or whether that's through PolicyNote. And so that's how we view the portfolio going forward. And we're excited about our position as the market expands.
Well, on that, I appreciate you both taking the time today as we pass it off to the viewers. As always, we'd love to know what you think in that comment section and consider subscribing for news and catalysts like this as it comes down the wire. Of course, we'll bring it to you here. If you'd like to explore FiscalNote further, of course, we'll leave the links in the description. But on that, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.